Hello, I'm Ken Swan. I've assisted the Ministry of Education in drafting the Careers, Pathways, Information Dissemination, and Promotion Strategy for TVET in schools. Today I'd like to take a few minutes of your time to give an overview of the content of the strategy, describe how different media and communication approaches can be used at different levels, and what will be the different roles and responsibilities of ministry and school staff. The purpose of the strategy is to give the Ministry of Education a detailed framework on how to plan, create, and deliver targeted information for our customers, in this case, secondary school students. The strategy is based on evidence collected via discussions with secondary school students, TVET program students, teachers, and school administrators. Best practices as well as experience drawn from other TVET promotion programs were considered. The strategy recommends using a mix of both traditional and modern communication methods that are appealing to secondary school students. The strategy includes the following: the need and rationale for a strategy, a description of realistic and measurable objectives, a discussion on how to effectively influence attitude and behavior change, a list of media resources and communication interventions that should be applied, a message matrix, which is a detailed list of suggestions for messaging and taglines, and a clear checklist to monitor the design and delivery of activities and evaluate their impact. The result is a document that provides clear-cut steps allowing the ministry to design, develop, and deliver targeted communication interventions both in a school setting and within the community. As mentioned, the media resources and communication interventions recommended in the strategy include both traditional and modern methods. Not all resources and interventions are used in the same way. Some are more suited for mass media approach, while others are more appropriate for interpersonal settings. The following illustration shows how the ministry and participating schools can use different resources and interventions in different settings to effectively reach and influence secondary school students regarding their decision to pursue a TVET education. Mass media resources will be used to create awareness and a positive image of TVET. These include a TVET website currently under development, TVET Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube accounts, and a series of posters for placement in schools and locations where students gather. Large and medium group events such as worksite visits, school visits by entrepreneurs and TVET champions, and interaction with teachers and career guidance counselors will help to reinforce messages delivered through mass media and provide additional detail on TVET options. Finally, interpersonal communication by peers, family members, and other influential community members will help to trigger students to take action and enroll in TVET. Achieving attitude and behavior change is a long-term process. It requires consistency and continuity in messages and visuals, and the targeted delivery through creative interventions and media materials. A well-thought-out media mix of mass and interpersonal resources can quickly and effectively reach and influence secondary school students. However, for messaging to be effective and impact attitudes and behaviors, it is essential that all resources, web-based, large group, and interpersonal resources, complement each other in messaging and appearance. It can't be overemphasized that message and visual consistency and continuity is crucial. Overall management of the development of mass media resources should be handled by the ministry. This is especially important for web-based and print mass media resources. Having one group manage the development of resources will help to ensure visual and message continuity. Thus, the ministry will need to determine which office and individuals will be responsible for maintaining and contributing to the website, the Facebook page, and other social media. They will also be responsible for determining what print materials are necessary and ensuring that they are developed with appropriate messaging and visuals. It's strongly recommended that media design and production is contracted out to a qualified firm or individual for the production of resources. As for group and interpersonal communication interventions to be carried out at the school and community levels, it should be the responsibility of individual schools, with support from the ministry, of course, in organizing and carrying out these activities. This has been a very brief overview of the strategy document that I've prepared. I've tried to touch on the main parts, the information dissemination and promotion approaches, the media materials that are required, and the roles and responsibilities of the ministry and schools. Of course, there's a lot more included in the document that I'm not able to go into right now in this short time. But if you have any questions or comments now, I'd be very happy to respond.